Do you see anything over there that looks like a rocky ledge or anything?
Oh, there. Yeah, not there.
Yeah.
In February, adventurer, explorer, filmmaker Brian Pilkington set off in search of an artifact of disputed antiquity, an inscription carved into a stone face on Turkey Mountain, located on the west bank of the Arkansas River at Tulsa, Oklahoma.
To the west side of the Arkansas River and park down there and walk north along the railroad track and possibly find this thing. Or we can go to a park, the Turkey Mountain Park, which is on 61st Street, I believe, and park in the park and walk down the hill. I think we shall first attempt to find a place to park off 71st, and we'll walk down the railroad track and see what we can come up with here. This is 71st Street right here. We shall go west. Biggest obstacle could be this traffic. It's supposed to be an outcropping of rock, and that's the only thing I can figure. And then if we can verify it and find it, then we can cross the river and see how we get down to it.
Along with cameraman and amateur archaeologist Mark Manners, they braved Indiana Jones-like obstacles in an attempt to uncover the object known as the Gwynn Stone. The subject of the Gwynn Stone was first introduced to the filmmaker through hearsay, word of mouth. Its location and its origin were well known by some, unheard of by most. Continued cerebration only threatened to make an otherwise unfound rumor into a pregnant subject of undeserved mythological proportions.
You made it.
On this basis, a decision was made to investigate the explicit nature of the mystery. One-day excursion is all that was felt necessary to find the vaguely defined location. The exploration led them to places where lesser individuals were not as fortunate and met with an untimely demise through a better left unknown device.
Oh well. Car's dirty anyway.
Tell us where we're going to go now.
Well, now we're going to go to 71st Street, further north than what I previously thought. Actually, I thought this was a little more south than where we were going, but apparently it's more north. Down to that railroad track.
So that's Turkey Mountain right there.
Yeah.
Alright, so how far do you think we'll have to go before you have to make your turn off?
Right here. I'm going to turn off right here. We'll go this way and see where it takes us. It says keep out. Keep out. Well, maybe, just maybe, suppose we walk down this way to the
Oh, this is a lousy shot. Uh-oh. 5 hours later, hopelessly lost and beginning to suffer from
Okay, we just walked 2 miles. We did not see the Gwynn Stone. However, I feel about halfway back, along the stone ledge that follows this railroad track, I noticed like a little path leading up to a second tier of rocks. I think that might be where it's at. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back from whence we came, down this track, about a mile, down to where there were some transients living, little plastic.
Having to scan the ridges as we go along.
I'm looking for something. A rock base with a bunch of writing on it. You know what I'm talking
Rock
about?
bank with writing on it.
Yeah.
Well, when you pass that one down there, it's got that hole in it.
Yeah.
There's another rock down there that's caved off that's laying there. It's got writing on it.
Yeah. Well, those were the ones I was looking for.
Okay, then you go down there by the sewer plant and way over to the side of that wall, or you see a bunch of cups there where people, the geologists, people come down here in groups all the time.
For what?
Groups of people come down here, but if you go down there past that sewer plant, and there's a big old tree that has been sawed down there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, just straight right down by my head there on the rock out there. There's a skull and a whole bunch of stuff got on them rocks right there.
Really?
And you can see where it's at because there's a bunch of drink cups where people have been there looking at that, and they've thrown them cups on the ground.
That might be what I'm looking for.
Now there's that rock right there. It's got that hole in it right here. There's a kind of a path back to the south there just a little bit, goes up on the bank. There's a cave there with some writing up there around that cave.
Well, it's called the Gwynn Stone that I'm looking for.
That's probably that one down by the sewer
Here,
plant.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
That's probably the one down by the sewer
I'll
plant.
show you what it is.
Now, that big story in the paper about a year ago.
Yeah, well, there it is.
No, I can't identify it.
Well, see, that's there, but see, supposedly on top of this is all this graffiti and junk.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be in there.
Everybody
somewhere.
comes down here, there's groups of people come down here, led by some geologists, and these
Yeah.
guys come down here with a bunch of scientific equipment that work down here at Spartan. They're college for Spartan there, say they are.
Well,
And
you know, this is
that
something.
cave right there, there's writing on the wall by that cave. There's a big, pretty good sized cave goes back there in a rock. It's not, it's in a solid
Well,
rock.
there's what I'm looking for. There's supposed to be an outcropping, a rock that sticks out, juts out, and this is supposed to be written on it somewhere.
It may be right there at that cave where you're talking about. I don't know what all is on that writing here. I didn't pay much attention. I do know that there's a lot of people come down here, just like Mike did the other day. You see that up on the wall? The guy that stayed here went up there and carved his name in there. I know a lot of it gets in there for that reason. And there is some of that up there by that cave I'm saying. Have you ever been up that cave right there I'm talking about?
No.
Well,
Well,
there's a
tell,
path.
where's the park? Where's the
It's
park
just right,
at?
that cave is, the park's right straight over there.
I know the park. What?
Big-
No,
big-
I mean the park, Turkey Mountain Park.
Oh, it's on the other side.
So it's right up
Yeah,
here,
it's
right?
yeah, it's almost, if you go across here, it's just almost straight across it.
Well, the other way to get to this thing is to go to that park and walk
Now,
down.
there's some stuff up in there in that area, too.
Okay, well, I think we'll go back, go up
You
to that
can go
park
around
and come
just
down.
up that park,
Go
yeah.
around.
Yeah, you might be looking at that park, but I
Okay.
haven't seen none of that marking there, that marking there thing. It's not,
Well, we'll go around that way and take a look.
I've looked this over, me and several other people have looked this whole place that's over on this side and all around through here. and
They're
this
probably
road.
looking for this stuff.
And,
This marking here is something some guy 1,000 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
back
yeah.
in, they say way back in the days of the Viking.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some Viking or something. All right, well, thanks a lot.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
You too. Okay, here we are at the top of Turkey Mountain. This is where you're supposedly you go to find the Gwynn Stone. Okay, we're at Turkey Mountain Wildlife Refuge, Park, whatever. And as you see, you come to a crossing here. There's 3 paths you can take. Which path to take to find the Gwynn Stone? It's completely at the flip of a coin. But we'll press on and we'll attempt to find something.
The explorers were getting close. They
You can
knew
see it?
But night was falling, lending a new sense of urgency to achieving the desired goal. Who knew what evil lurked in the nights of Turkey Mountain? Frustration and nerves were being tested to the snapping point.
There's a great view of the river, the railroad track, downtown Tulsa, and it's a bluff. It's like a bluff all along there. The Gwynn Stone could be anywhere along there for probably half a mile or so. There's so many levels of rock strata that, and it could be anywhere. A person would have to come down here, would either have to know exactly where it's at, or if you're like us, explorers, you have to come down here and just kind of work your way along the side from about here down, and maybe you'd find it. Well, the adventure's not over yet. We will find it, but I think the sun is getting a little low, and it's time that we should go. And I was a poet and didn't know it. Thank you very much. You can.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's hope that some of those people aren't waiting for us by the car.
The night one, this day. What exactly is the Gwynn Stone? Authoritative answers were needed.